here to take my house back after running a preschool in my loft, the main part of my house, for 2 years. I am ready to get my space back. I've already started working on it, and there are a couple realizations that I had that I'm so excited to share with you that I was reminded of after being a minimalist for 6 years and then having, out of necessity, to accumulate so much more than I'm comfortable with. I remembered why I love living with less, and I was reminded what an absolute toll a lot of clutter can have on our psyche, our emotions. I don't think the reason matters why we accumulate things. It's our culture, it can be habit, it can be out of necessity, it can just be out of the fact that we have an injury, low energy, we're dealing with some health, illness, family dynamics. There are so many reasons why this happens, and I think step number one is to just let go of any kind of guilt, burden that we might be carrying for the reason this happened. It's okay. It's all right. It's not the end of everything. There is a way through, and I'm reminding myself that as I'm personally feeling incredibly overwhelmed, that I actually was really having a hard time and have been having a hard time keeping up with the rest of my house. Other areas that used to feel easy to maintain, kids' bedrooms, bathrooms, my room, my closet, areas that were really easy and felt pretty effortless, suddenly felt so overwhelming. And it's because I had too much clutter in this other area, and everything else just felt defeating, like I can't do it. And I didn't even realize to what extent it was feeling overwhelming until I started decluttering this space. And here's where I want to give you some encouragement and some motivation. As soon as I started getting items out of there and started emptying bins and getting empty spaces again, all of a sudden I felt more energy come back. I felt more motivated, I felt less tired, I felt less drained. I went into other areas of my house that are just as messy, just as cluttered, and I thought, I can do this, I can tackle this, I can clean this out, it's okay. And it didn't feel as jarring, as draining as it has in the past. So I just started loading up my car. Even one bag out to my car into the thrift store felt liberating, and I felt so much better. And I want to give you that encouragement that even just getting a little bit out of your house, pick an area that you feel like you're spending a lot of time maintaining. For me, that's kind of how I'm categorizing this. Whatever space you have that's getting a lot of attention because you're having to clean it a lot, you're having to maintain it a lot, it has a lot of inventory in, and that area feels like it's sucking a lot of your time, that is a good area to just address today. Not that you're gonna wipe the whole thing clean, not that you're gonna go on a decluttering rampage and get rid of hundreds of items, but if you just empty a bin or fill a bin even, maybe you don't have anything in bins, fill a bin and get it out of your house, or fill a bag from that particular area. It can be hard to locate areas in your house where you want to begin because you're like, everything feels out of control. Everything is messy. Everything feels overwhelming. And that's really how I've been feeling. But honestly, I just thought, what area is taking the most time from me? What am I having to maintain the most? And it's been that preschool. So that's where I began. Even though my laundry room's a mess and my bedroom and my closet still over my clutter threshold, I am starting in the preschool where I know I'm spending the most time having to maintain that space. And I'm loving this concept of empty spaces, to be honest. I am not desperate to fill these up again. I love it when you get to a point in decluttering where you're like, I can declutter storage solutions. I can declutter empty bins because there's nothing to fill it in. I love getting to that point. Now, I have decluttered very ruthlessly in the past, where I've decluttered things that I've regretted. And I just also have to realize that comes with the territory. There's no way you can maintain a clutter-free space and declutter regularly and not have one item that you're like, oh dang it, I probably should have kept that. So I know it comes with the territory, so I'm not gonna freak out or overstress, but I'm gonna hang on to these. Before I would have just gotten rid of them and said there's no use. I'm getting rid of them. This is another bin that I came across. Oh, I was keeping handwriting in it for the children, and I am like, could this be something we put our mail in? Maybe. It's also kind of big, so I'm gonna test this system out. Also, where would I put it? This happened accidentally. This was sitting on the counter, and this mail came home, and I just instinctively put it in and thought, is this like a new system? I don't know. I'll let you know. It just doesn't have to be so complicated. And I love that as I'm going to refresh my home and reapproach minimalism this time around, I recognize things don't have to be so complicated. Things don't have to be so black and white. You don't have to follow all the rules. It can be just follow your gut. Where are you comfortable? What systems are working and not working? And I think that's a really, really good guide. How's it feeling? Not, is this the rule? That's how I'm approaching it now. So I'm getting this loft back. We're back to the loft. I'm getting this loft back. I am not quite sure exactly what I'm gonna do. I went out and bought these pillows for the couch yesterday. They're so cute. You guys, I love throw pillows. I just want a cozy, lived in and warm space that's easy to maintain. The pillows aren't a problem for me. But let me know, I know this is controversial. Do you have throw pillows? But I'm thinking of putting a rug in here, maybe changing out the curtains. It's not a large space, but it has so much potential, and it's gonna be so nice to be able to use it again for our family. So let me know if you have any ideas for this space of ways that I can use it. Also, I am getting back my linen closet, which I have just had full of preschool stuff over the last couple of years. I'm getting it back, which is, again, I'm so excited. And I'm not sure if I'm just gonna keep linens. I don't have that many, but I'm thinking it's okay if some of these shelves stay empty. Maybe I'll use it for toys and games. I'm getting this space kind of reconfigured, and I'll let you know how that goes and how I'm utilizing that space as well. So be encouraged, be motivated, just clear out one bin, get one shelf emptied out, pick that area that is taking so much of your time and fill a garbage bag and just put it in the trunk of your car. Get some help. That's one thing that I really utilized were my big kids, my daughter, my husband. I used everyone. I need help. I can't do this by myself. Call a friend, get anybody you know to come help you. If that's not an option, just go one bin at a time, one bag at a time, one drawer at a time. Just do 10 minutes, 10 items, and just see how you feel. And I think that is the takeaway from this video, is how much we are affected, the way that we feel we are affected by the clutter in our home. If we're above our threshold, it doesn't matter the rules, the exact number of items. If we are feeling stressed, suffocated, tired, defeated, overwhelmed, there's too much. There's too much in our space. All right, so that's our challenge this week, to empty a basket or fill one and then not fill it up again, and see how we feel, and let that kind of be the motivation and the judge of whether or not we really did have too much stuff. If you feel better after decluttering, then you did the right thing. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you soon. Bye.